Pep Talk UK. It's Frankie B, repping the Pep Talk boys. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Pep Talk UK. Now I'm joined by the man. He is here. We are cruising, enjoying the sunshine. It's Mr. Tom, not so little, but Tom Little. What's good, man?
Yeah, just still gutted, you know. Wish I could change what happened the other night, but just one of them things, isn't it? Boxing's boxing.
Boxing's boxing. So it's not only just that. Obviously, we've been knocked out of the World Cup as well. I mean, life is tough at the moment.
Yeah, damn them Croatians. I suffered a lot. Do you know what? I sent Filip Hrgovic some hate when I was like, not only did you beat me, you've knocked us out of the World Cup as well. Like, definitely gonna assassinate you. Man,
it has been a hard couple of months, you know.
Yeah.
But at least we've got food on our table. Our fridges are stacked with Mentos, are stacked with nice pizzas and whatever, you know. Exactly.
Listen, as bad as things is, it could always be worse. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
So let's talk boxing. Obviously, last time out, Dubois managed to get the win.
Yeah.
And you know, you came a bit short, but there's still life in the old dog, isn't there?
Listen, there's plenty of life in me yet. It's I know, like I didn't get the result that I wanted, and I know, like I'm not one to moan about injury, because to me, as far as I'm concerned, injuries part of sport. Like that, as an athlete, you have to deal with injury. Like as it goes on, that is part of it. If that's meant to be, it's meant to be. But I did get injured quite badly. In the opening round, I was very unfortunate. I broke 2 bones in my hand and fractured another. So like, I was under a lot of pain, if I'm honest. But all credit goes to Daniel. He boxed very mature, because in the build-up, I was trying to get in the under his skin. I wanted him to rush. I wanted him to
be frustrated.
Get that bit of desperate. I thought he showed a lot more maturity than I gave him credit for. And he boxed well, do you know what I mean? Like, I can't sit here and just blame everything on the injury, and injury's an injury. He done what he had to do, and he done it in good fashion, do you know what I mean? I tip my hat to him, and I congratulate him and his team. I'd love to do it again, but I just want to get everything in order, get myself
healthy,
healed up. And I'm gonna do. I know that I can do something in boxing, whether it be at heavyweight or the weight below.
Cruiser.
I've made a decision that I'm not set out to go down the cruiser, but I'm gonna completely change the landscape of my body and live life more like an athlete, and just make myself more of the full article, because I've got ability. I've never doubted my ability, but I've tried to rely on it too much, rather than not put the work in, because you can ask Don's a very experienced trainer. Like when I work in the gym, I'm putting it in. But I've seen that on a few occasions at Punch. I need to just take some advice from I'm gonna bring a dietitian on board and just make sure that when I go to the ring on my next outing, that I'm more of the full article, and then we'll see where we go from there. Hopefully I can tease them back into a rematch after a couple of wins, and we go to war.
Because I must admit, you know, I was at the presser before the fight, and I did actually think that you got under your skin a little bit, Triple D's skin. That was it commenting about, I think there was a mistaken comment about you made a alleged remark about his old man.
Yeah, and, well, the thing is, I stand. Do you know what? I stand by. I didn't mean no disrespect to his father. His father's a very nice man, but it's like if I'm fighting for my dad's dream, if my dad wants me to be, if his dad would have liked football, he would have been a footballer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, you're not fighting for your own ambition. You're fighting for your father's. Listen, his father's ambition was enough to see me out the way, so that's really irrelevant. But what I was trying to get at is, he's not doing stuff for himself. Like I've followed Daniel from when he first turned over. I've paid a bit more attention to him than they than they made it, than I made out. Do you know what I mean? And like I've watched him, like every time someone did get a word out of him, it's like, oh, my dad took me to the gym. My dad's a massive fan of boxing. He loved to see him. He made sure I was there. And listen, he was right in what he said. He is very blessed to have a father to take that amount of time in him and to make sure that his son's doing something right and proactive. But what I was saying is, a man who's fighting for his own dream and his own desire, I fight a lot harder than someone who's fighting for someone else's.
Well, you know what? At least now we can settle it right now. There was no disrespect. And
listen,
Tom Little's got all the respect for Triple D's father and the fighter himself. You know, we put that to bed.
Yeah, listen, I never disrespect anyone. Listen, without people like me, without loudmouth people like me, boxing would be a very boring sport. I do what I need to do. Like, the way I look at it is, I never got into boxing to make friends. I've got enough really good friends, and anyone knows me, who knows me personally, knows that I'd rather help someone than hinder them in any slightest. But I will say what needs to be said, and I won't put no airs and graces on it for nobody. I didn't get in, like I said, didn't get into boxing to make friends. I got into boxing to make money. And if people don't like what I got to say, then they can. There's always a door they can leave through.
Are you gonna tell them like the Generation X 2 words? Suck it.
Yeah. Basically, if you don't like it, I've got something you can
2
kiss.
words.
Suck it.
So on a serious note, when are you back?
Do you know what? I'm not gonna rush this because when I looked at the X-rays, I did do a lot of damage to my hand. That boy got a hard head, or whatever it is I hit. Like, I swear, like I felt my full hand crumble. So I want to make sure that I rehabilitate properly and make sure that it's 150%, because I never want that to happen to me again. Because it's a very lonely place when you're in with a renowned puncher, and my best asset, my lead hand, is gone.
And it's difficult now to hold a pint.
Yeah, like literally, you should have seen me. I had a hat on with 2 points either side and a straw. Do you know what I mean? Because that hand was for my England flag, and this hand was pretty useless, really. But yeah, no, like I want to make sure everything's 100%. And then I would love to fight Daniel again. I would like I know, see, everyone says like the outcome could very full well be the same. I personally don't think so, but I'd like to just put it to bed in my own head, not for anyone else, just for myself, because I believe I've got something. And I just see things that night I thought to myself, do you know what, my game plan would be very different, but there is an obvious way to beat Daniel. There's an obvious way to beat him, and when you stand in front of him, it's there, right in front of you. It's right in front of you. But I thought movement was key, but it's not. You don't have to move to beat him.
Right, Tom, well, we'd like to wish you all the best in your rehabilitation, and we'll be backing you all the way when you make your comeback.
Thank you, boys. Thank you very much for the support, and thank you very much for the coverage.
Large up, Tom Little.
Take my strong hand.
Remember to subscribe, Pep Talk UK.
I'll see you later, boys.
Big up. All right, brilliant.